Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting edition of Stalk Talk. As always, I'm your host, Jake Phoenix. On today's show, we're featuring three stalkers. I myself am a recovering stalkaholic. It's been 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, 4 hours, and 22 seconds since my last stalk. But really, who's counting? Let's give a nice Stalk Talk welcome to our guest today. Our first guest for today is Kenny. Kenny stopped dating his girlfriend 6 months ago.
5 months, 27 days, about 20 hours and about 15 seconds.
It's close enough. So, what have you been up to since you stopped seeing her?
Well, I really never stopped seeing her. I mean, I still see her all the time, at the mall, her job, her house, everywhere she goes pretty much.
How about that?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I feel like we really have a connection. She still has the cutest little nicknames for me. It's great.
What kind of nicknames?
Hey, get out of the bushes, or hey, call the cops on you. It's really nice.
Really, that is fascinating. On that note, we move on to our next guest for the day, Stephanie. Now, who would you be stalking?
Stalking is such an official term. I prefer to use the word undying love.
That's a nice spin.
Thank you! My one true love in this world is Brad Pitt. I just love the way he stares at me.
So you've met him?
Well, we've never met personally, if that's what you mean. But every time I pick up a copy of People's Magazine, or if I watch Fight Club, I swear his eyes are staring right into mine. Brad, honey, I know how we feel about each other, and I'm never tired of those, 4 restraining orders. Some people prefer to not call the other person after the first date. I just prefer to send restraining orders.
Do you know that Mr. Pitt is dating Angelina Jolie at the moment, right?
Oh, that? Psh, I'm not concerned with her. Same with Jennifer Aniston. He's just trying to make me a little jealous, that's all. But just in case, I'm boycotting all of her movies. For example, I didn't pick up a copy of that Tomb Raider on DVD.
I don't think anyone picked up that movie.
Oh, and I also picked up a copy of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring my lover and that evil woman. I broke the DVD in half, and I only watched the Brad side of it.
But you can't watch a broken DVD.
I didn't break it. If anything, hello, I fixed it.
Really? On that note, we move on to our third and final guest for the day, Daniel King. Daniel wrote the book on stalking, literally. His new book, 101 Stalking Techniques, is sure to create some controversy and inspire hundreds of people. Daniel, would you care to share a little bit about the book with us?
I was sitting in a coffee shop one day when it all hit me.
The idea for the book?
No, my ex-girlfriend throwing her hot coffee at me for following her. So I decided to step up my game and develop new techniques, which I did, 101 to be exact.
Wow. Would you care to share any with us today?
For the starters, the beginner was just walk up behind the window and look in. But the book teaches you start behind a bush, look around, do some somersault lawn, look around. I call this the King 3-point method.
Oh, that's classy. All right, I understand that we have a caller today. Caller, what's your name?
This is IP Freely.
Wow, that is the 11th person to call into the show with that name. It's a very popular name. Now, IP, do you have a question for one of our guests?
I want to tell Daniel what a great service he has done for people like me. Up until recently, I was using basic level stalking techniques. However, after reading your book and taking the National Stalk Tooth test, I am now using a level 6 method, dude. Thanks. I appreciate your book.
Glad to hear that. I know it took me a while to get to the level myself, but I know I'm the best stalker ever.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm the greatest stalker ever.
Yeah, right. You haven't even read my books, so can you be the master stalker? I bet you're illiterate.
I am borderline illiterate. I can still recognize corporate logos and stuff like that, symbols.
This is getting interesting. Stephanie, do you care to add anything to this?
Honestly, I don't know how I got involved with all of this. If anything, I'm guilty of loving Brad Pitt too much, and definitely not stalking him.
Please, you're stalking someone you haven't even met. Not that I haven't done that, but if you read my book, you wouldn't get arrested as often. Either read my book or give up.
What? Oh, you son of a...
Hey, Jake, you want to break these two up? Or?
They don't pay me enough to do this.
Hey,
I'm going out for a smoke break.
Hey, that sounds like a good
I'm
idea.
gonna get to meet Brad Pitt.
You know what? Screw you. If I can meet him for my truck.
No.
At least I didn't get caught.
I don't know about that.